1976, no one would have thought that Apple, a small computer company that was started by two young college dropouts, would become the world's largest tech company in only 46 years. At first, Steve Wozniak just saw making and building computers as a hobby, but Steve Jobs saw it as an opportunity to start something great. Jobs wanted to produce and sell these computers that Wozniak made for profit. In 1976, Jobs and Wozniak officially started producing the Apple I. Almost exactly a year after they made the Apple I, Jobs and Wozniak released the Apple II in April of 1977. It was very popular as it had expansion slots, which allowed for extended storage if needed. In 1977, they had sold about $774,000 in sales annually, but because of the Apple II's success, that number had greatly grown to $118 million annually in 1980. The Apple III was created in 1980 and roughly just did not have great success, nor did any great achievements come with it. After the Apple III failed, Apple made a comeback with the Apple Lisa in 1983, which had a more advanced design and was more technologically advanced, but it was priced at $9,995. On top of that, Steve Wozniak had no interest in running Apple, so he left and Apple brought in John Sculley from PepsiCo to be president. Just as things were looking bad for Apple, they came out with the Apple Macintosh in 1984, and it became very popular very quick. In fact, Apple had sold 70,000 units in a bit under 4 months.
One resolve, one cause. Our enemies shall talk themselves to death, and we will bury them with their own confusion. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
In 1988, Apple came out with the Macintosh Portable, which hardly sold any units because it was priced so high and it was just too big to carry around, which put Portable out of the picture. To combat the failure of the Macintosh Portable, Apple released the PowerBook. The PowerBook was an advanced version of the Macintosh Portable, and it was smaller and cheaper. Therefore, it sold more units. Today, the PowerBook is known for reinventing the laptop.
Steve Jobs got back into talks with Apple, a company he had been away from for more than a decade. So Apple and Next did a deal for $400 million to buy Next software.
Steve Jobs went back to Apple after 11 years, and he made some immediate changes. He eliminated dozens of projects and employees in an effort to cut costs. In August of 1998, he introduced the iMac.
Instead of being a boring old box like every other computer in the market, it had this beautiful, curved, sculptural profile. And instead of just being bland beige like every other computer, it came in different, bright, fruit-flavored colors.
The iMac was a huge success. In its first 6 weeks, it became the fastest-selling Macintosh product in Apple history.
In 1997, Apple revealed the iMac and it was an instant hit. It was available in many different bright colors and it came with a G3 processor. And because of these options, 280,000 units were sold in the first 6 weeks. The iPod was released on October 23, 2001 and excelled in the music industry. It was the first MP3 player to be able to hold 1,000 songs. Not only that, but it would hold a charge for a whopping 10 hours. Today, 10 hours doesn't seem like much, but in 2001, that was top of the line, especially for a 6.5-ounce device, which was groundbreaking. January of 2006, the iMac with Intel CPU was released. It released with two options, the 17-inch computer for $1,299 and the 20-inch $1,699 option. It would be discontinued just a few months later, being replaced by the iMac G5. But overall, it set a path for design and popularity to modern Macs. In 2007, Apple would reveal a project that had been years in the making. Project Purple, the codename Apple gave the phone project, started in 2004 when Jobs realized that the iPod could be more than just an MP3 player. And so on June 27, 2007, the iPhone would be revealed and it would soon dominate the mobile phone market.
So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
This frontier phone was truly unlike any other mobile phone on the market. It had a much larger screen than many other mobile phones at the time. It had OS X, which was Mac software going to a small mobile phone, and it had multi-touch, which is the technology that allows touchscreen capabilities in other phones and devices today. In 2010, Apple came out with the iPad that, like the iPhone, had a large screen and had multi-touch. 1 year later, Jobs presented the iPad 2 on March 2nd, 2011, and then sadly passed away a few months later due to pancreatic cancer on October 5th, 2011. After Jobs passed away, Tim Cook was appointed as Apple's new CEO, and he immediately got to work and revealed the 3rd generation iPad in early 2012. In 2015, he revealed the Apple Watch along with the iPhone 6. The Apple Watch had capabilities of an iPhone, only it was smaller and more fashionable and more convenient. People love the Apple Watch because it comes in many different colors, and the wristband is easily changeable, giving people the option to personalize it even more. Not only that, but Apple made huge breakthroughs with Apple Health through the Apple Watch. 1 year after that, in September 2016, AirPods were released alongside the iPhone 7. The AirPods were wireless Bluetooth earbuds that made listening to what or whoever you want easier and more stylish. AirPods were an instant hit because Apple was really the only one that produced Bluetooth earbuds at the time. In late 2017, Apple released the iPhone X, which removed the traditional home button and Touch ID and replaced it with a more sleek design and facial recognition. It also started Apple's crazy camera spree. When Apple released the iPhone 11 in September of 2019, it made way for a new camera design that is still in use in modern phones like the recent iPhone 15. And I have no doubt that Apple will always be a frontier in history.